All right, all right, all right, all right. What is going on today, guys? Evan Aldo here. We are standing up today while I'm wearing my Lululemon zipper sweatshirt in Miami, where you don't need this because it's hot. Let's see what the temperature is. It's 86 degrees here at 10 a.m. So yeah, what's going on today, guys? Let's get into the analysis. So what's up, Antonio? What's up, Eric? Um, So yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look. See here. Look, the main thing here. This is kind of forming what could be some type of bear pennant to potentially break down to 25K. We'll see what happens. Ultimately, I kind of think that um, it's going to kind of come down farther. It definitely can come down farther here. If we do look at this, I mean, money flow generally on a lot of these time frames does look like it wants to come down deeper. My bearish bias will kind of stand as long as we stay below, 26.3, which is the old volume area low. That's a pretty big area. Prices, rejecting pretty harshly from that area every time we get close to it or touch it. So that's what I would lean into. I think this hourly money flow could come down deeper, and if we lose this general area, this spiral line 25.8, we most likely can continue downward to around 25. High 24s could be big. I feel like high 24s is where a lot of the longs will throw in the towel and go short, and then what happens when that happens? Usually you come up. So that's ultimately what I'm looking at right now. I still, I got my stop loss above that area, above the 26.3 area, which I think is the best area to probably have a stop loss right now. I wouldn't be surprised if it does get stopped out, if it does get hunted. That's part of the game, but 6K realized profit locked in ain't bad. That's all I'll say. And there are other trades. I'm still swing short on Litecoin. That was a trade in the Discord. Swing short on ETH as well. That's one I added to a bunch of times. That's been doing well. So kind of just sitting in these trades for now. I mean, that's ultimately what we're looking at. I don't think we're going to, bounce sideways forever. I think we'll have an outcome. I mean, what day is it? It's Tuesday today. I think we'll have an outcome by Friday. So ultimately, that's what I'm looking at right there, kind of. And what's up, Accurate Components Corporation? Accurate Components Corporation. So yeah, I'm gonna have to actually gotta take a phone call at 10. So I'm gonna have to take like a 5-minute break, but I will be back. So we'll play some music or something for a minute. Probably should have waited to stream. That's all right. I was excited. We were standing up. I found some music and I'll put in the trade for you guys. It sounded pretty good there. We'll keep this on for a minute, and I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I just gotta make this phone call, okay? Sorry about that, guys, but we will be back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I didn't make that call. All right. Well, on the bright side, we have more people here. Let's turn the music off. And cool. So, yeah, ultimately, guys, you know, we're playing around with this area, which is interesting. We're hitting lower low there, so that's just, you know, trapping all the people trying to long. Probably get stopped out. Now we're coming up. So yeah. Some of the trigger waves there. Let's see. I just want to see something here. Probably should put this. I feel like I should put my monitor a little bit higher. Not too bad though, but yeah. 30-second bullish div. Yeah, 20K Levi. Wow. So people have been talking. A lot of smart people. What's up, Alan? A lot of smart people have been talking about Binance BNB going down. Mitch Ray, who's an excellent analyst, he's been talking about it going down. You guys should check out Mitch Ray. Not saying I'm not paid to say this or nothing. He's a good analyst, really good guy. He was talking about this going down. I mean, I'd say you have a technical target around really your first maybe 150. I mean, if you were to do something like that, I mean, if you were to go like this has got a good shot. I think this has got a good shot. We'll see what happens though. I mean, this could fall quickly, you know, with all the things with Binance, and it keeps seeming like it wants to keep coming down. I'm curious about funding rates for this guy, for BNB. Let's just type in crypto funding rates. Crypto funding rates. Let's see here. So we might be able to get an idea. BNB, everybody. That's the thing, though. You know, you may have a short squeeze too, and then you're going to get eaten alive in these fees. Look at that. You know, negative 0.07 on Bybit. That's the thing there, or negative. Where if you were to short this on, BingX may not be too bad. I don't affiliate with them, but I don't link to them anymore. They're not bad though. No, the FAIRDESK and FAIRDESK aren't even here. By the way, guys, if you want to trade, I don't want to show it so early, but we are doing a nice 100 ETH giveaway. 10 people will get 10 ETH. You get a 5 if you get the NFT too. $10,000 trading volume. You get a $500 trading bonus, I believe, and they are doing the live stream. They'll pick it on the 31st. Who wins? So check it out with my link down below. You get the NFT too. Maybe it could be good, maybe not. Maybe it won't do anything. Maybe it will. Pretty easy to get though. You guys like the music? I'll keep it quietly in the background. Anyway. So Billy Bob, you need to have 10,000 trading volume. So what you could do is if you wanted to, if you just put in $100 on there and you went 100x leverage. Not telling you to do this, but if you put 100x leverage with a really tight stop loss and you mark it in and mark it out, or actually limit in and mark it out, I think it would only cost you like 10 or 20 bucks. So it's not hard to do that. It's not hard to do that. And you get the NFT. I mean, I got 2 of them. I did it on 2 different accounts. I mean, so I'm entered twice to win the 10 ETH. I mean, obviously a lot of people are doing it, so maybe the odds aren't that high, but I think it's a good shot. I mean, FAIRDESK is pretty good. If you want an exchange where you still don't need the KYC, I mean, BitGet's going to require KYC starting on September 1st, so that's another one that's done, so unfortunately. So, yeah, I mean, that's, you know, just how life goes, but that's that. So, yeah. Bitcoin dominance. Are we doing anything yet? I think we're starting to see some push upward here. We're starting to see a little bit of push upward. BNB looks bad, but everybody and their brother is shorting this. I'm gonna stick with my Litecoin short and that stuff. It would not be surprising if you see some type of short squeeze around 184. I don't know. I could be wrong. Thing is, if you do well with this, just keep in mind there's going to be fees and stuff. So just be careful because there are a lot of people going short on this. I know it's like out of the order we normally do. I just wanted to look at silver. I think it's having a good day today. Yeah, that 3-day right there. Green hike and ashy. Silver is resilient, man. Silver is resilient. Nice jump up. We'll see what happens here. Hopefully it can continue. Did I watch the CF stream? A little bit of it, man. A little bit. I was kind of doing I was kind of half asleep this morning when he was going. He was probably doing it before he goes to sleep. He's nocturnal, I think. But, yeah, a little bit, man. S&P 500 coming up a little bit. We'll see what happens here. NVIDIA is making a new all-time high, it seems like, almost. Not exactly, I don't think, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that were trying to short this, so it wouldn't surprise me if you go up a little bit higher here. Jim Cramer was talking about how everybody's trying to short this. Yeah, that's the thing that's happening. That's what happens when everybody tries to short something. That trigger wave on the 2-day. That's the thing here. I mean, long term, I think this is a pretty good short in the next few months, but we'll see what happens. For Bitcoin, I just want to take another look at Bitcoin. I mean, we went through the analysis in the beginning, but yeah, that jump off of there, man. I mean, maybe on that 10-minute for a potential long, 10-minute bull div potentially. Once you could get that to print, maybe try to long back. You do have that area, so it's a little choppy of a market. High time frames still bearish. I would say the high time frames are still saying more downside potential. The formation is more bearish, bear pennant or whatever. So yeah, now we're at 26K here. So yeah, overall macro pretty bearish. Let's see H bar. So H bar, yeah, I want to definitely look at H bar today. H bar is one of the ones that could be kind of the the shining knight, if you will, the island that kind of does well while everything comes down. There's always something. Definitely looks better in a lot of other things. The monthly confirms in 9 days, bull div. I think you may have some more upside potential, so I may start DCAing into this starting in September. This is definitely one that's on my list. Short term, I don't like the blood diamond there. These short term time frames are middle term, not too good. So it could be just a fluke. Sure, it could make even lower lows. The monthly bull div, that doesn't necessarily mean you've definitely bottomed. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, let's look at Sol. Seeing Fat Private Bitcoin like one trade. Yeah, appreciate you, Tony Mart. Those are trades in the Aldo Empire Discord. Check it out. Link down below if you guys are interested. If the link doesn't work, let me know. Somebody said it didn't work, but then I tried and it didn't seem to work. Solana, yeah, that same area. Trigger wave, so you just confirmed a trigger wave on the weekly. See these RSIs is what I think would happen with Solana, generally taking us down a bit here. And about to get a trigger wave on the 2. This looks bad. Ugh. Money flow coming out. I mean, you could have some, what is that, a bull div on the 12? Yeah, it's a bull div. You could have some short-term upside here. I could see some short-term upside, but macro, pretty bad. I think like everything else, the September to April kind of DCA period, September to March DCA period probably would work well. I mean, a lot of these things could come down to 40 to 50% more potentially. I think there's a good shot at 13, maybe even a double bottom at 10 or something, high or low. It would make sense into October, November maybe. We'll see what happens here. But short-term Sol, yeah. Even real, I mean, that bounce off of 20, okay. Some money flow. I don't know. If I was to go long, I'd rather mess with Bitcoin just because it's like a Bitcoin-centric market. The 10-minute looks good. You might be able to get some upside here. I could see us coming up to 21 or more. Maybe higher. A little hard to say. Paper hands still okay. Wow. Take a look at near. I made a lower low there. Yeah, 2-week, red dot. I mean, what I would kind of guess here is something of this nature, potentially even lower into October, November, but then you get a little bull div that may save the day around $1, 89 cents, 80 cents or something. I don't know. That's kind of my guess. Short term for some of these, like I do see the bullish signs, but it's not like I don't think it's that strong, man. Just because everything in the macro is so bearish. Like, would you want to? I mean, you could, yeah, you could give this a shot here. You know, if we do get a jump here, you may get a little something, something. That money flow is not too good, though. I would like to see more curvature, more coming upward. I mean, there it didn't really work out either. Caspa. Yeah, it's a fan favorite, obviously. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen here. Trigger wave there, money flow coming out. I think you would likely just roll over here, especially that 20-hour trigger wave. That could be a good short. Once you get on that 20-hour trigger wave, that could be a good short. Same with the 12. Could be a good short in this next red dot here. Caspa, I think, will come down. Could be wrong, but obviously I think the odds are higher that this will come down. That's Caspa. Billy Bob, you had some other H bar Algo, right? You could look at Algo. So Algo is one of the ones that's just, deep in the walls, the halls, the new lows. Like you're past your COVID lows. So, I mean, at this point, there's fear. But where could this end up? I think you could come down to 4 or 5 cents potentially and potentially even still survive. You could come, 5 cents, 98% down. It wouldn't be entirely impossible. That's what Cardano did in the last bear market and came all the way back to make a new all-time high. So, Lex, I think you will come down deeper. For the short term, there's some potential here. What is it? Bullish div? Nah, not even a bullish div. There's some stuff here. Money flow maybe. It's not even looking good in the short term on this one. 16 minute. Not too bueno in my opinion. But yeah. Bitcoin, this is we're pumping, bouncing around here a bit. Alchemy Pay a partnership with ISO. I don't know what that is, Billy Bob. Are those Alchemy? Is that a coin, Alchemy Pay? I don't even. Yeah. Oh, the other thing too, guys. I've been messing with Token Metrics. Got you guys a pretty good deal, 10% off. Link down below if you're interested in this. There are some interesting. If we look at where is it? Token Metrics. Look at some of the coin picks here. And they could give us some ideas of things to like keep an eye on. Oh, I'm signed out. What? Give me a second here. That's why nothing's coming up. Token Metrics GTP, so you could ask it about coins. Don't know if that's the best idea, but what I wanted to look at here was the picks, like the ratings, I believe. Yeah, and what we could look at is there are some I was talking to one of the guys there, he was showing me some interesting stuff, like the buy and sell signals on some of these. Like maybe Thor, this would be it. Let's look at Thor chain because a lot of people have asked me about this. This gives you buy and sell signals and stuff. So we're in a buy signal. We haven't had the sell signal yet. See, that was the buy signal. See the green dot? So haven't had the sell signal yet, but that one was wrong. That one was kind of right. This one was right. So not always going to be right, but still in the strong buy kind of area. But as you get to like the 90s, usually most of the move is kind of over for these. So there's some. You could use this with like your own TA and stuff. Rollbit, obviously, was a good example of one that did kind of well. That people have asked me about still in the buy range, but I would probably take some profits. It's up so much, but yeah. Curious what it's saying about H-bar. Let's see. So we're still in the buy area for H bar, which is interesting on Tokemetrics right there. So we'll see what happens here. We're still in that buy area. And for more, like if we go to investor, let's do some more like long-term. VeChain's a good number one. Like we could use this to look at some stuff for long-term. You know, Anchor potentially. Fetch.ai I want to take a look at. Fetch AI. This guy, yeah. Because I feel like some of these AI ones got a shot in the next bull run. I mean, as of right now, I potentially think this could go lower. Weekly bull div may give you a little something here. Blood diamond on the daily, I would stay away right now, but everything kind of is still pointing towards, you know, September as that start that DCA period. I mean, you may not see the bottom until, you know, November, December, maybe even early next year, but that DCA period kind of from September to March is generally the sweet spot. Gavin Mayo was posting on Twitter. He responded to my comment on one of his Twitter statuses, and he said, yeah, he thinks March is a good place to get in, where things could potentially kind of bottom, pre-halving. So yeah, Ethereum. I'm curious what we're seeing for Ethereum. Well, we've already digital asset degen. We're already seeing the correction happen. The September, October is when things could bottom, when things, you know, could be a good DCA area. Are there no buy and sell signals here? Okay, so we're not in the trader. I think we got to be in the trader one. But I'm curious about like E-Gold. E-Gold we haven't looked at in a minute. Looks like we're going down into the depths of hell here. Oh man, 95. Could do the full 98, so keep an eye on that. But you know, I don't think we're there quite yet to get into these. But like I said, that 2-week bull div on a lot of these, November, December potentially, maybe even early next year, that's the place to give some of these a shot, as long as they haven't gone to zero at that time. So yeah. Injective, yeah, a lot of people have talked about Injective. It may have a future. Aave's on this list, so haven't looked at Aave in a minute. That's interesting. That's an interesting kind of pattern. Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the red dots here, I mean, there's no reason to believe this one can't bring us lower on the 2-week. But if you get that bull div on the 2-week, that was not a bull div technically. But if you get a real bull div in a few months, that's what we're looking for. Man, altcoin market just looks abysmal. Like altcoin market is just like I think if we stay like this for another 2 months, like that's pure ad. No one's gonna care about altcoins anymore. Could do the full 98. Yeah, full 98. The 98 is a big number. The reason 98 is a big number is because it's very rare something goes down below 98, it goes down to a full 99 and actually comes back. But 98, you could come back from that. Let's look at optimism. Red dot in the weekly. Trigger wave, this is interesting. I would go with more of the money flow on the 16 to 20 hour, and I would lean bearish for that reason. I mean, this thing could easily come up to $1.75 though. A little bit of a risk here. If you're long, $1.75 would be the place to try to probably get out. If we look at Bitcoin, what's happening right now, it seems like we're coming down a little bit. Yeah, this is a little bit of a boring thing, but yeah. I don't know too much about optimism. Is it a good project? I don't know. Not really an expert on the optimisms. But yeah. Let's take a look here. Apple, see. So, let's see. I don't know, Exxon. See what happens with that monthly. I don't know what's going to happen with this. My guess is that as you go into a recession, as you get more deflationary, this will come down, but I don't know. Are we dumping? Not at the moment. Slightly, you know. Keep an eye on this. Ooh. That's a bounce. Okay. No bull div on the 10, but that's a bounce off of this area. Yeah, I probably wouldn't long this. I'm still short on ETH, but yeah. And once you lose this, guys, I mean, you're looking at the same kind of, you know, I mean, you could go, this could be our little bear pennant thing. And to this area, back down to that double bottom there. I think it looks likely within the next week or so. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. Because, I mean, you're getting close to that frickin'... Oh! 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 Ooh! Ooh! I sound like a monkey, but... That's a blood diamond, guys. Boys and girls, that is a blood diamond. For the first time ever on ETH, on the monthly. So let's look at my, hold on, so I just want to go to a cleaner chart here. That is oh, this is interesting. So a little bit different. The Bitstamp is weird. I want to look at a real clean chart. Let's look at the Kraken chart. Kraken's got, okay. Okay, yeah, that is interesting. I mean, I don't know. How would you guys approach this if you saw this on a lower time frame? Probably kind of bearish. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying ETH's going to no 600 or 400, but if anything is going to bring it down that low, it's going to be this guy, this freaking blood diamond right here. See how this plays out next 9 days. Could we see that on Bitcoin as well? Take a look at the monthly. You could see a blood diamond on Bitcoin as well pretty soon. You could see a blood diamond very soon, within days, theoretically, if we come down lower. We had one for COVID. My guess is this one would be more elongated. I don't know if it'll bring you to a lower low, but we'll see. We will have to see. CGPT. This doesn't look too good, man. I don't know. We'll jump that. There's not enough data to really say, man. I don't know what this even is. I would lean more bearish, though. How's ARB doing? ARB. This, we could be guessing, especially with that blood diamond on the monthly on ETH and how Bitcoin's looking on that monthly. This is going to be where we really get, like, that big... this could be at 50 or 60 cents pretty soon or something. This is where we could get that big. This is where Doge could finally really break here. Especially if the S&P 500 goes down more. This is where this could end up at like 2 cents or something. I'm not saying this low, but... Let's say TradeFi markets roll over once the Treasury yield curve reverts to the right side up. What do I estimate Bitcoin will go down? Depends, man. I would say low 20s, high teens probably. Wait, what do you mean TradeFi markets? That's probably a stupid question. What TradeFi market? Illuvium, oh man. Well, we looked at E-Gold a bit. That could go down more. E-Gold, obviously. This could go down more too. Trigger wave. Illuvium, I feel like you're on a little bit of thin ice here. 97. You can do the full 98, man. This may not come back. I mean, any of these could theoretically go zero, but I don't know if I like how this really looks. I think there could be a little bit more potential in this guy in Ultra. Maybe. That 2 week right there. I mean, you're probably going to end up that low. 95. Ajax. Ajax is decent, I feel like. Oh my. Never mind. I've heard some good things about this. There's not too much data, man. Like, it's hard to say. A lot of these 40 to 50% more is easily in the cards. I could see 10 cents or something. But yeah. Ajax. It's like Ajax is something with Cardano. Yeah, I think this is going to fall over more too, especially with that 2 week. I don't know. On the bright side, that monthly could give you what you need, though. We'll see when that happens. What's up, Yelena? Yelena! It's like the name Elena with a Y. Yelena. How are you? Shout out to Yelena. Let's look at XRP. $0.50. I kind of feel like you're heading back to this point down here, 30 cents, but we'll see. This thing is just... It's probably going to act more normally now that's like relisted on exchanges, but yeah. But render. I think this could end up back at like 80 cents or something. What I want to look at is, so let's look at ETH Bitcoin, which is very sideways. Could be finally starting to move down a bit. I think as soon as we make a lower low on Bitcoin, as soon as we kind of break down from that bear pennant, a lot of the alts will continue to, especially ETH, will continue to bleed against Bitcoin. Yelena, man, it could be. There's glitches with YouTube. It's not always perfect. I mean, sometimes as you check Twitter, it kind of comes up. But yeah. Bitcoin down. Oh yeah, we looked at that. Let's look at like total too, because this one was the one that was my market cipher A off. Oh, okay. This was the one that the blood diamond confirms in 5 days, and the 2 week here. 3 week not looking so good either. I think, yeah, you may see this come into the red for the first time ever. Similar to how it came into the NASDAQ came into the red after the .com bubble popped. TradFi, traditional finance. What's some examples of? What is up, Aquil? Appreciate you, man. 38K still in play. If we bounce 25K, yeah, sure. 37, 38, possible. Pretty unlikely, but if all these people shorting Nvidia get short squeezed and we come up to an inflationary nightmare, wouldn't surprise me. I don't think it's likely, but yeah. So yeah, we're looking at total 3 here. Not bueno. Not 2, or total 2, excuse me. Total 2, so this is the one a lot of the cool cats have been Ben Cowan. Love Ben Cowan. Was looking at versus Bitcoin. I mean, I don't think you're going down that low, but another 30% or more is potential here. Yeah, it doesn't look half bad, but they added stuff into the mix here, which is making it look more bullish than it should look. Litecoin will pump a little bit. I haven't looked at Litecoin. Atlanticor's been talking about it in the Discord. He had a good trade with it, I think, or was it CVZ? One of them did. We could look at Harmony. Harmony's one where it's like, I don't know. It's not looking too promising that you would hold this area. I mean, maybe you come down to half a cent and then get a bull div on the monthly. Maybe there's some potential. It's looking weak, man. It's pretty weak. Down 97. I mean, maybe you come down 98 and then you have a little bit of get some relief there. I don't know. This one may not, you know, I don't know too much about Harmony, but I don't know if there's too much going for it. I mean, maybe the 3-week bull div, if you confirm that in a month or so. Kind of looking like we could bottom out with these by, you know, within the next couple months, by December potentially. Hopefully earlier, maybe October, November. China now in deflation. Yeah, so you're thinking, well, I'm thinking of cool. October, end of November, yeah. Probably get a Santa rally again, man. I feel like it's just kind of going to follow what it did last year or whatever. That's what I'm kind of feeling like at the moment. Take a look-see here. Yeah, Blood Diamond on regular ETH. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with this, guys, but it's not good. Like, that's what I could say with a high amount of confidence. Like, that's probably not going to end well. Like, that's probably, if I had to guess here, probably at least going to bring you down to 1,300, 1,200. Like, that doesn't look good. I mean, that could even be, like, I don't think it's too likely, but that could even be our wild, like, low-ass, like, areas, like 6-something. But I don't, people get mad when I say that. I don't think it's that likely, but it is possible. Anything's possible. All roads lead to Santa. Kind of does, man. Kind of does. FXS. Expecting 2 months worth of drawdown is ahead of us. Okay, so that's September, October, going to be red. And then, oh, cool. That would be very similar to freaking last year because we bottomed in November last year. That would be similar. And the thing, too, is like if you don't count COVID, 2018 we bottomed in December, and then 2019 we did bottom in December, not counting COVID, which is interesting. Yeah, I'll be on Paul Barron tomorrow, actually. 2:30 p.m., I believe. I'll be on Paul Barron in studio. So, yeah. I wasn't on. I mean, the market was so stale. There wasn't much to talk about. But now there's a little bit more to talk about. Probably not going to say ETH's going down to 600 on there. I'll probably say 1,200, 1,300 is big based on the blood diamond right there or whatever. But yeah, you got to be careful. That's a very bullish audience. You got to be careful what you're saying. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think this is kind of, if we just slow bleed down a few months, that's peak apathy, and then I think you'll make your higher low on Bitcoin. I mean, I don't think you're going to lose, high teens, low 20s, so we'll see what happens. Maybe recession will be the thing. How's the weather? Let's see. It is windy and 87 degrees. It's cooling down a little bit here. It wasn't as sweltering hot as it has been, which usually, once you get to the end of August, things dissipate a little bit. Summer is the worst here. We had a hot summer. I mean, I was gone most of July and into early August. I was up in Connecticut. Which, pro tip, if you live in Florida, that's usually a good idea. That's the best time to kind of go up north. So yeah. What am I still holding my spot bags? Yeah, it's mainly in Bitcoin. I got some ETH and a little bit of Cosmos. Cosmos is mainly just because you earn so much interest on it, but yeah. Yeah, yesterday was a little windy and cloudy in Miami. We've been getting some rain lately. Um, I mean, usually, I mean, it's a tropical climate. Usually you do get a lot of rain, especially in the winter, summer months. Um, I have to look at Cosmos. Yeah, this doesn't look too... I mean, this does not look strong. I don't think it does. Rolling over there. There's not much hope for the short. I mean, maybe you could get some relief short term, but macro is not good on any of these. Anything could happen, though, as always. I mean, when do all the altcoin people buying every dip throw in the bag? It's probably going to be in a few months, honestly. Down another 40% for some of these. It's probably going to be there. And that's probably the time to get in, I would say. Obviously, DCAing in typically works the best. I mean, if you want to put a lump sum in, I've been thinking about the best time to put a lump sum in. It actually might be like pre-halving, like March, February, March or something. But yeah, IOTA, that just sounds bad. I've looked at this before, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. This looks like it could go down to pandemic lows, potentially. I mean, that would be another, it's 5 cents. I mean, another 40 cents or something, potentially. Another 40% down, maybe. Bull div on the 2-week look for, I would say. That's not the real McDonald's. Oh, cool. You gotta tell me, man. I don't know. Should I buy a place? Should I spend 800 grand on a condo in Miami, in Brickell, Miami? Should I buy a condo for $850,000 that less sold for 650 2 years ago? Should I do that? Is that a good idea? You tell me. I don't know. I really don't know. I think right now, honestly, it's probably better for me to rent. It's more of a renter's market in Miami. A lot of these people that bought places and do the Airbnb stuff, they're not even profitable anymore. I don't know what threw a wrench in that. It could have been higher interest rates, maybe messed that up, I think. But yeah, I think I'm going to wait till they pivot a bit. Real estate seems to follow the S&P 500 a little bit more than it used to, too. Since '08, it seems like it's followed that more. And that's kind of because of money printing and inflation. I do think that if S&P 500 comes down again to like 3,500, 3,600, that real estate would dump down 3 to 5% in Miami. So I don't know. Is that the real McDonald's hiring? That can't be the real one. That's got to be some joke or something. Fixing the ice cream machine. They do make jokes. Maybe it is the real McDonald's. They do make jokes. So you guys are saying it's a 7% mortgage. You're saying not to buy? Buy an RV. I think the best thing for me, really the best thing to do, and I've been thinking about this a lot more. I mean, with the decline of America, really the best thing to do is probably live in a foreign country that's cheaper and probably better overall. Costa Rica, Mexico, Colombia, Malaysia, Thailand. Those are all pretty good. Vietnam, those are all probably pretty good options, which is what I might do. I mean, if you want to stay in the East Coast time, Mexico, Costa Rica, Colombia would be the big three. I mean, even Argentina, maybe. Just rent and then, yeah. Live in a van down by the river. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea. McDonald's always does well. I mean, that thing operates like Berkshire Hathaway kind of. Matt Foley, I don't even know who. That is the real, or what were you guys saying? You're saying nope to buying real estate. Were you guys saying, is that the real McDonald's? I want to know. Is that the real McDonald's? Argentinian bread. They make good steaks in yeah. Argentina, that's what's interesting about that is like you could go there in the winter months and it would be summer. You know what I mean? If you're in because it's the other hemisphere, which is very interesting. If you went there in the winter months and it came back to the East Coast, came back to the U.S. in the summer months, you're getting summer kind of with longer days all year, which is interesting. That'd be an interesting place. That's far away. Chile's pretty cool too, I've heard. I mean, there's Santiago. You'd probably pick up a lot of Spanish going to those places. They have weird accents though, or deep accents, I should say. McDonald, this will follow Berkshire Hathaway or whatever. This is the weirdest. I don't know. I think once you break this line, it kind of gets more like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I couldn't tell you what'll happen with this. I mean, what is this up from? Well, it's just up from 2015, 200%. Wow. Lebanon. Oh, so that can't be the real. Separate. That can't be the real McDonald's. Can it be? I don't think they would post in. Yeah. No divine $850,000 condo. I mean, yeah, that's what I would say. I mean, it's Miami real estate's always crazy, but I think like if you look at. So if we go to housing futures here, red dot in the 2-week. Obviously, this doesn't mean too much. Let me turn off Market Cipher A for a second. Oh. Well, yeah, no, that's fine. See the two red dots? These were corrections. You know what I mean? And it kind of follows the S&P 500. So if that has dropped down, this is going to come down maybe back. I know we're not talking crazy, differences, but maybe 4%. It's up in the short term though. Shoot. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. It's a crazy market. Anything new on the charts? Well, let's look at Bitcoin for a second. Pretty boring today. I mean, overall macro pretty bearish. I think this 8-hour could bring us down farther. I think the 5-hour, I think a lot of these could potentially bring us down farther. Playing around with that area here, I mean, you're not getting any like too good of bullish divs that I'd want to go long on. I mean, the 22-minute maybe, if we could jump up a little bit more here, but I think the macro is still generally bearish. We're in a bear flag thing to break down here now. The other thing that's interesting, guys, blood diamond on the monthly for Ethereum, which could be catastrophic in terms of 9 days. So yeah, not bearish enough. A lot of money printed, man. I mean, where do you think we're going now, Levi? You think 12K, 13K? I mean, the thing is, I got crucified for saying those numbers, but Bitcoin normally does not make a lower low. It makes a higher low. So let's look at history here. Maybe it's different this time. I don't know. 2025 crash? Well, that's typically when it it peaks out and then crashes in those years. We'll see. I don't know. NASDAQ's up today. Let's see. At least a little bit. Actually, let's look at the ticker here. Oh, okay. NASDAQ's up slightly. Dow is down. How much does fall again in July? Interest rates are so high. Is that actually a thing? Is that actually happening? Rice prices soar. Inflation is still there. 80K. 80K is the new 50K. Appreciate you, Burton Stone. Let me look at the NASDAQ a little bit, and then we'll take a look at Matic. Once that monthly candle goes red, that's where you start to get more. Ooh, confirms in 17 days. Big reversal potentially here. So I don't know, guys. I think this is going down farther. Yeah, we'll probably, maybe we could do a live stream and watch it. Powell's speech. I don't know what he's going to say there. Why is it even in Jackson Hole? Potential bull div here. That could kind of mark the bottom potentially in some time. I want to keep my eye on that 2 week. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, guys, I mean, look, this could go down another 40%. 30 cents is possible here. That's where I would probably try to scoop some up. Yield curve is invert. Yeah. Recession is likely on the way. 10 to 15K, but that's assuming ETH, right? Yeah, I know. DJ. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. That stuff would probably happen in Q1 2020, pre-halving next year. So I think the main DCA period could still be September to kind of March, or October to March. That's 6 months, I think. October to March. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. That's 6 months. So that's that area. Just want to look at so yeah, that's that, guys. Probably gonna wrap it up in a second. Been on about an hour. When it's time to buy all, so you're just buying spot or also low leverage rung. So a little bit of both, Ellen. For anything I'm planning on keeping for, into the next bull run, just spot, I think is the best bet. There's fees and other stuff keeping in trades for, 6 months or whatever, so the exchanges could go down. So the more long-term stuff, yeah, just buy and spot. We'll be definitely doing in the Discord like a lot of low leverage, longs and stuff, similar to kind of what we do now with some altcoins, like the low leverage short on Litecoin that I've been in for a while. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, I mean, I think this could even, it could be like these 30%. That's doing what it's always done. This could be the time where this really dies out, though. I mean, how many more cycles is Litecoin? I mean, maybe it could live, but I don't know. Is there really that much utility with Litecoin? I don't know. We'll wrap this up by looking at oil, and then I'm probably going to get off. Is oil doing it down slightly today? I feel like if the S&P 500 goes down, we could get more deflationary, and these could roll over. I don't know, though. Thing is, too, with cattle starting to show more bearish signs a little bit with the bear div and the monthly. Money flow is still high, though, but I think at the most you could have one more leg up, maybe to maybe 200, maybe. They're probably gonna, we'll see what happens with that, though. But I think after that you're gonna get more deflationary, so yeah. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Let's take a look at, last but not least, look at the Dixie here. What? That, I think with the monthly green hike and ashy, I think this is showing strength. I think you could come up some more here. I don't think that weekly is going to touch the red. I could be wrong. Could reject here, but I think we're going to come up some more as the S&P 500 comes down, as crypto comes down. So, yeah, anyway, guys, check out FAIRDESK down below. We're giving away one person who signs up with my link and deposits any amount and does one futures trade will get a $100 trading bonus every week. You got some good odds there. FAIRDESK, you could, if you have 10K worth of trading volume with my link, you get the Soul Pass, the NFT, and entered to a competition to win 10 ETH. 10 people will get that. Maybe lower odds with that, but give it a try maybe. If you're an experienced trader, check it out. Both are good exchanges. MEXC, we're also, we just started with my link. If you deposit, man, I think that we're doing a deal where 2 people each week for just this week get a $100 trading bonus. I'll let you know in the Discord about that. So yeah, check those out. Check out my trading course as well. Link down below if you want to learn more about this stuff. And also, most importantly, check out the Discord. Really, really, really good community. A lot of people really love it. So yeah, guys, hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a good one.